What is going on, you beautiful bunch of savages? We are back with Primetime 193. JayUFC, the reigning Xbox champion, trying to put together historic runs here towards the end of the season. Up against a very, very highly touted contender, former champion, multiple times EK Warrior, two of the absolute best striking prodigies to grace the virtual octagon, get to meet for the Xbox Championship here this evening. We have an incredible night of fights, as always to be expected here at Primetime MMA. Top to bottom, absolutely killers lining the entire card. Some names that you will know already who are veterans of the scene. Some maybe a little bit newer. We will not waste any time as we are running fashionably late, as always, mainly due to myself. We will get straight into this first one, and that is going to be between Picked Lawyer up against Fear Mitchie. And yes, let's fucking get it. Joining me in the comms booth, the little engine that could, making the dynamic duo for this evening, Dr. fucking Who. What's good, brother?
Well, it is good. I mean, only us do it for once. It's been a while, but nonetheless, this is how we used to run the show way back in UFC 4 and such, before Jay got on board. But nonetheless, we got Islam, Oliveira matchup. We've seen it in person and time again. Both these guys able to strike, able to grapple, able to take it anywhere they want. Mitchie is a guy who's mainly a grappler by all logics. The man likes it on the ground. He's looking for the sub, but that does not mean that he doesn't have the hands as he gets that spinning body kick already. Looks like he's going to be working that body a lot here, and Pick Lawyer on the other hand, happy to engage in that boxing style and put the pressure on whilst playing on that back foot at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I like the body work early. Got to be a little bit careful throwing that many kicks. The good thing using Charlie is that you've got to be almost, disrespectful about the potential grappling offense that may come your way, because you're so good in that jiu-jitsu realm. Both guys doing a pretty good job of landing certain damage right now. Really good job from Pick Lawyer capitalizing on some poor openings from Charlie Olives or Mitchie over there. But both guys really playing with fire right now as we open the first 2 minutes of the very first round. That's the first takedown attempt right there, Doctor. Nicely defended by Pick Lawyer as he goes back to using the hands of Islam Makhachev.
Indeed he does, and that pressure with the boxing, he's got some really nice hands. Those hands are slick and they are able. For Mitchie, it's very much he needs to continue working the body. You can see he's already done a lot. The stamina difference is already starting to form, and you're only about halfway through that first round. So if you're Mitchie, you're looking to build on that stamina, you're looking to make that body, hopefully get a body stun even, and then take it down to the ground later. If you're Makhachev here, honestly, keep walking forward, keep that paced up, keep the pressure on and work that head as he's doing here.
Yeah, there's a lot of planting of the beat from Pick Lawyer right now, which is good for him. He's doing the right thing in regards to that, making sure to get a little bit of extra power behind those punches. But Charlie Olives, he's occasionally walking in and he's just meeting a brick wall because Lawyer isn't backing up when he's advancing. So as a result, I'd like to see him maybe feint a couple of jabs, throw a couple of teeps out there, because otherwise Makhachev has got the power advantage. And he's the one that gets the first takedown after defending one himself. Lovely work from Pick Lawyer, who looks like he's brought all of the tools to fruition so far in this first round. Although he does give up his back with a minute left to go, and that's not something you want to see up against a Charlie Olives player. Very, very dangerous in all grounded positions, though.
Yeah, nice deny though in from the top mount, gets to backside. This position can leave you a bit vulnerable, but as long as you stay nice tight, you're not really a threat. Here, again, it's a similar idea. As long as you are able to recognize the transitions fairly quickly and have good reaction times in some cases, you should be relatively fine. Stamina-wise, these two are very close, so again, it's not too much of a concern. I mean, the best part here for Mitchie was he wasn't the one who got the takedown originally. It was Islam, and then he capitalized in a reversal. That's put him in this position. So that's nice for Mitchie to know, but so little time left, not much damage, and that's arguably a Makhachev round because of it.
Yeah, very possibly. Be interested to see the statistics. I think that it was a fairly close round, in all honesty. Big moments from both guys, but I do agree that Makhachev probably took it towards the latter end of the round with the takedowns at least, and a little bit more top control time. But they touched them up. And funnily enough, Doc, you mentioned about the stamina advantage. Pick Lawyer is now the one in a stamina with the stamina advantage. Very, very minimal, don't get me wrong, but slyly turning the tides after some great work from Mitchie early.
Yeah, I mean, sure, look, I can continue with this kicking game in all regards. You don't care if you end up taking damage. As long as you can keep that range going, the kicks are going to have no issue. Again, Islam's here. You don't want to give him distance. You want to keep him behind that black line, keep the pressure on him. Because one of the big parts when it comes to a grappler, if you crowd him, if the grappler's not careful, they're going to feel like they're forced, and that's kind of what happened there. Mitchie's forced to react, especially if he's not as developed in the striking necessarily, because the focus is on the grappling, and that leads to opportunities where you can just find a home for your shots.
I feel like right now Mitchie is being thrown off a little bit by the fact that Pick Lawyer is planting his feet so much. He's expecting him to advance in certain positions. And he's not. He's just eating him up. This might be it with a stack guard.
And
Beautiful.
that is
Good,
it.
man.
Fantastic performance, all things considered, there by Big Lawyer. I mean, Mitchie's a veteran just coming onto out of the unaired, in fact, but like, again, nice little showcase there, showed some decent grappling, good defense on the ground, but as you mentioned, the fact he could plant those feet and get that boxing really going was lovely to see here tonight.
Yes, sir. I liked it, man. I liked the approach, especially early from Mitchie. Like I said, I feel like he was caught a little bit off guard with the subtle differences to Lawyer's game over your average player. And I think that Lawyer really kind of excelled in just kind of keeping that advantage and running with it after the second half of the first round. Very good work. Interesting to see where he goes from there now. I mean, I think that this was only his second live performance for Pick Lawyer, and he picks up his first W. I know that he struggled in the first one, or not struggled, but lost his first one after a toughly fought bout. Big W here this evening over Fia Mitchie, who's been absolutely destroying the amateur circuit. I'm sure we'll see him back. He's not somebody that's new to the promotion, has fought on the pro circuit in the past. And yeah, a little bit of an adjustment from Fia Mitchie. I will say, and he would have probably been able to get the win here this evening, or at least maybe kind of taken that into the third round to see kind of, you know, who could come out on top. But great work from Pick Lawyer. With that one being said, Doctor, we will move onwards and upwards to the next fight boxed here this evening. It's going to be a fun one. We have Jawad stepping back into the cage against a returning fighter in Aussie Kid. Aussie Kid hasn't been around in a couple of events now. I like to see this guy fight. I feel like when he's on his game, has a nice aesthetically pleasing sim almost style. Sometimes gets a little bit caught in the sauce and gets a little bit wild with it, but this is a good fight for both guys to really showcase where they are at this point in the game, and what that next kind of step of it or elevation in their game has been over kind of previous events. Both guys have been continually improving, and I think that this is a big opportunity for either guy to really put their name out there as we approach the latter part of the season. Well, what do we schedule ourselves, Doc, for? Is it another 7 events? Is that, I want to say it was like 200 or thereabouts. Yeah,
700. I think we're going to 200, and then, I mean, if the rumours are true, probably do a very short card like we did at the end of UFC 5.
Yeah, nice. Oh, you mean like short season? Yeah,
short season. Probably like 10 cards and then going to UFC 6.
Well, we'll see if all the rumours are coming out for UFC 6. In typical EA fashion with the UFC launches, we don't normally find out that the game's being launched until about 3 weeks beforehand. So keep your eyes peeled. I think there's big things in the community coming, but we'll see, bro. All right, let's get it going. Bantamweight is the weight class. Looks like we're getting Corey Sandhagen from Aussie Kid up against Jawad using Cody Garbrandt. Corey up against Cody.
Yeah, I mean, last time we saw Aussie was last week versus Versatile. Sadly, took the loss there. I mean, for Jawad, he's 1-1, just taken a loss as well. Nothing bad. So both these guys are kind of fighting to be fighting up the rankings now to see who's going to actually be looking to make progress further on. But one of these guys will probably be fighting an unaired next week. Or the week after, in fact, because UFC London and stuff. But that's a whole different story. But here, though, Sandhagen, long, lengthy, and a kickboxer. Cody Garbrandt, kind of like the Pick Lawyer style of plant your feet and throw like a madman and hope that the damage knocks him out.
Let's get going. Nice little body upcut to open up. Jawad trying to plant his feet. has to be careful. Obviously, he wants to be the fighter advancing in these positions, I would imagine, due to the ranginess of Aussie Kid's pick.
I'm really surprised that Aussie's picked Sandhagen. I thought he picked Cody. Because Cody just seems like Nate Diaz. I get the length, but also the very head boxing focus heavy style that is Aussie, as it tries to sell us Pampers.
Yeah, dry nights, adult diapers.
Right.
Only 1995. I mean. There you go, Zahan Khan joined the fight after PTG. I don't know. Alright. Time to lock the fuck in. Aussie Kid doing a good job attacking the stamina early. Both guys kind of missing a little bit, but it's nothing too much to be worried about right now. I just like that Corey Sandhagen and Aussie Kid having excellent mix-ups to the body. The three-piece combination ending in the body strike was beautiful work a moment ago. And he keeps going to that body uppercut as well. Does have to be a little careful not to get caught on a return. Oh! As I say that, he catches him.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, right, I'm liking what Aussie Kid's doing in terms of the stamina. The stamina's lovely here. However, I do think he's currently slightly taking a bit too much damage for Cody. He needs to really get a big stun or a big knockdown to properly cement it. Otherwise, I feel like he's just going to get clipped one too many times later on as the fight goes on. Because that head health is getting low, and that happens, and then suddenly everything kind of loses spark because Cody hits so hard.
Yeah. That was a nice... oh, shit, never mind. Catches him back.
That's what you want.
Jawad's good at countering, or closing out counter opportunities. I think that this is... obviously, Aussie's doing a good job, but as Jody BJJ said in the chat, he is kind of almost fighting like he's using Peter Yan or something. He's a lot of really boxing heavy right now, and I think part of that is because every time he's tried to kick, fucking Jawad has just clapped him with a three-piece combination as he lands another rock. See if he keeps the pressure on right now, because he has got him hurt.
Yeah, and the boxing style, okay, so it's lovely that the stam is absolutely getting shredded for Garbrandt. It's going to make life harder as it goes on, but the issues like that is where the stam doesn't matter, because, okay, he's got no stam, but he's got the power, and that's what he does there.
Ultimately, you don't want to be walking away at the end of the fight with full stamina and 0 wins. Hey. Yo, is he... Bro, people know that he's got his chat on now after that, and they're just sending him messages. That was a great comeback for fucking Jawad, man. Jawad was having a difficult go of this in the opening going. As soon as Aussie Kid missed that kick and he got countered, that was really the opening moments for Cody Garbrandt to get himself back into this fight, and he capitalized on that. He knew that he wasn't going to win this fight if it was a battle of attrition, so he turned up the tempo, found his openings, forced those, and created them himself, and was ultimately able to get Aussie Kid out in one. Great work by that man right there. Upwards and onwards for Jawad. Hopefully we see Aussie Kid back in the near future. I do like the way Aussie Kid fights. I loved his combinations, especially to the body. Some minor adjustments, and similar to what I said in the last fight with Fiamici, some minor adjustments, and he will have so much more success. There was a narrow margin of error in this fight, and unfortunately, he gave Jawad an opportunity to get back into it with that missed body kick, and ultimately, that was the big mistake that really cost him in this fight. So, with that one, we will get on to the next one. Now, I don't know what's happening with this next one. I'm going to find out.
Walshy seems to have gone MIA. He was here.
Okay.
He's been consistently here, but he's just disappeared.
Well, there was some bullshit about who was streaming and everything else, so we'll just move upwards and onwards. Yeah, we'll just move upwards and onwards. So the next fight is actually the featured fight of the prelims already, people. I know, it's crazy, but we are setting fucking pace here this evening. We're going to be having NAE Peace going up against Versus Style. This one has fucking barn burner writ all over it, dog. Both these guys, absolutely sensational talents. Both of them traditionally are striking-based fighters. Obviously, they have the ability to mix it up. I say that because I get to see the fighter picks, and Versus Style is going Kamaru Usman, which in my mind always means that you're shooting some sort of takedown, maybe mixing in the grappling somewhat. But knowing versatile, he's picked it for the power in the hands. We will see how this one plays out. Without further ado, let's get to it. Featured fight of the prelims.
First showing of Usman. Usman's in our main event tonight. Stephen Thompson, a man who's got so much footwork, it's kind of annoying at points, I can't lie, because you do just end up running around the octagon. So if you're Usman here, shoot a takedown, 1-2, straight down the pipe, put him against the cage, and then get a takedown and murder him that way. Stephen Thompson, not really a grappler, shockingly, so yeah.
Give bone doing work. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and that is the perfect that's the perfect pick for him. It is. Alright, they're starting out. Look for an active jab game from NA Peace. I say that, he throws a 3-piece, 3 hooks in a row. Fuck. Using those kicks and using that jab going to be an absolutely, incredibly important part of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson's game if he's utilizing him to his full strengths.
Looks like we've got a lot of the kicks already coming out. Nice little bits of faking. I mean, Usman's already gone to work that body a few times. Lovely little lead knee there as well. And again, a lot of kicks coming out. I mean, the biggest, again, kind of seems to be the theme of the card today. Will the stamina hold up as Usman just presses forward here? Now going for the takedown. Doesn't quite get it. Goes to the pickup. Going to break away there. And now they get out of each other's way to go back to the centre of the octagon.
Yeah, and on the break, he went to the body again. He's using the kicks pretty well. I'm not too impressed with the hands right now, Peace, and or not his hands, but like the shot selections at this point. A lot of jabs and straights intermittently are what really needs to be used with him. He's gone a little bit hook heavy for Wonderboy, in my opinion. But with that being said, if it works, it works. And so far, he's getting some successes. Obviously, has to be careful of the power of the versatile MMA. If there's a guy that knows how to use the stronger fighters effectively in his versatile, he likes to bring that controlled chaos to the octagon. Oh shit! Nice little axe kick right there, hidden behind the jab. That's the thing as well, Doc, man. When Wonderboy misses a kick, a lot of the time it's a setup. It's not like. And your instinct with every other fighter is just to be able to close that distance and counter it. You've got to second guess that when you're up against a Wonderboy player.
Yeah, I mean, it's also the fact that his kick doesn't really give him a vulnerability window because it stops and then it comes back. It doesn't rotate fully around, and that's a big effect when you're dealing with someone like Wonderboy here. I want a few more side kicks, I think, trying to just work their body. They're quick, they're fast, they're simple. Nice little spin kick there, just got them fake off. I mean, Usman's doing a very good job, though. As I say that, lovely little fake into head kick.
Blasted with that head kick, man. Said he's doing a real good job with the kick so far. Still has to be careful throwing it that close, though. Kamaru will capitalize if you give him the opportunity. See him trying to target the body a little bit more actively. Oh, beautiful, man. See, after this much success on the hands, now's when I'd be shooting for a takedown, bro. Next it. Well, in fact, I just realized it's 14 seconds. Scratch that. Scratch that entirely. Alrighty, right. Second round. Let's get it going. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson being utilized very well by NA Peace. Versatile MMA, using Kamaru Usman, having success in his own right. Definitely some adjustments towards the second half of that first round. I was having a lot of success just like that right there. Trading the hook for a body kick in close. Getting much better damage off. And now throwing with the combinations. That controlled chaos starting to come to
that was
fruition.
Nice. That sidestep though, just at the very end, avoiding any real damage. Axe kick coming out by Usman as well. Trading axe kicks back and forth. We've got to love to see it. I mean, if I'm honestly I'm paced, that spinning, oh, not lovely. But the spinning body kicks there, I feel like it's quick, it's fast, and with the way Usman's walking towards him, I think the spin kicks there just to do some really big body damage. All he needs to do is time it, especially as Usman comes in. A lot of the time, you can get a bigger vulnerability window to do some more damage there as well.
Yeah, I think I typically agree. There is some lateral movement. I will say though, outside of the kind of in and out movement that we're seeing for Versatile, a lot of it is circling to the power side, and as a result, he's going to miss that body spin kick. So he does have to be careful with it. I think that's why he threw it early, and he hasn't really been throwing it too much since, because he understands that Usman is circling to the side that will make that ineffective and open him up to some counters.
Oh, nice. I mean, Stephen Thompson's doing a really good job given the power and, like, everything that's coming at him. Lovely check hook there, though, as well. Fakes to take down with Stephen. Oh, my God.
He did it, bro. He did it. What a fucking setup. What a sequence leading up to that finish. And then the head kick out of left field. Excellent, excellent work from NAE Peace. Absolutely incredible work across the stretch, making it look almost effortless. Like I said, some great moments from Versatile MMA. He definitely made this fight incredibly game, was able to make adjustments on adjustments, but ultimately it was NAA Peace who was able to find the finishing sequence. Crazy, man. He actually, Usman won that first round for the second half of, do you see that on the judges then? He lost that first round. I thought Peace won it, but fuck, you don't need judges when you get head kick knockouts just like that. Beautiful work. Whew. Okay, with that one in the books, we now reach our main card. We'll have a little bit of a look forward. As you see it right now, we're going to be having Carter up against Cerberus for the next one. Should be an incredibly fun fight. Two guys in the top 15. Carter is currently ranked number 10 in the division. Cerberus is ranked number 15. Both guys are 1-0, and the difference between it is the sequence of finishes and the level of opposition that they fought. Obviously now Cerberus gets to show if he's on that level. If he gets a win here, it's a big one for him. He'll probably breach the top 10 if he can beat Carter. And of course, if Carter's able to get a win over another undefeated prospect in the division, he's definitely securing himself a rise in those rankings and potentially finds himself around the 7 or 5 spot, depending on how quickly it gets done. Easier said than done though. Both guys incredibly dangerous. We will see which way this goes. We have Tony Ferguson being used by Carter, and across from him, Cerberus. Looks like he's using RDA. That's a fun pick, man. I really like the RDA pick. I know this is the alter ego version of him, but like any RDA pick is solid.
It's a good version, 97 chin. I mean, this is arguably kind of the same. Both of them got chins for days and cardio for days, so it should be a fun one. Tony Ferguson, of course, got the M&I roll. He's just a bit of a nutter. To be honest, Prime Tony Ferguson's one of those fighters where it's like, what in the world are you dealing with? He can just take so much damage that it makes life difficult. Arguably the same for RDA in this case, so it's kind of going to be the battle of who can survive the longest across 3 rounds here. Lovely sidestep there already, though. And again, man, Carter's make some really, really good decisions early. Like some nice clinch work. Wasn't able to hold it for too long, but some good clinch work while he could. Using the punches when your opponent is typically going to defend against the knees and the takedowns. Lovely takedown there, attempt by Cerberus. He's the one kind of leading the fight so far. I say that as Carter initiates to clinch here. I mean, it's going to be kind of both. I don't know who really wants to engage in the grappling here. It looks like Cerberus is the one more wanting to do it up, whilst Carter's got more of the striking approach. Lovely little grappling trip there, leads him on top as he gets denied into full guard. More difficult for RDA on bottom. Arguably, his jiu-jitsu, although is good, not the same level as Ferguson with his rubber guard as well. So I've got to be careful, but still a threat.
Yeah, I mean, both. I wouldn't say they're not on the same level, but just different styles, I think. Different styles on the mat.
I didn't know idea had rubber guard.
I think this version of him does.
Does manage to get it. Goes to the stack guard.
Nice.
Gets denied. That's big. Goes denied on the armbar. Gets put back into full guard. Still a lot of stamina drained in that one short period. Probably would have gone for the elbows. Probably an idea for future for Cerberus instead of doing that. But he managed to get the reversal now on top where he wanted to originally be. 1 minute 30 left on the clock. A lot of opportunity and a lot of time to find something that can work.
Yeah, look, I'll put this out there. The transition to the top mount that he was going for, I don't think that was a bad idea. Absolutely sensational defense to stop that from happening, though. The denial to stop it was absolutely incredible. And I think that's the thing, though. Both of these guys are very, very good on the mat. Very good in all positions, in all fairness. But not even the whole half guard there. Now in stack guard. Round and pound, just raided down.
Decent damage. Really good amount of damage there. Oh, about 30 seconds left on the clock. I'm back onto the feet.
Oh shit! Big mistake.
That was a fuck up.
Cerberus is now on fire. Catches him slacking.
Cerberus has got a really good clinch game. Just in this one round, the times where you have seen the clinch, honestly, I mean, it's not something necessarily the community's always happy about, but the clinch game works. It's there, and he's got a decent one to see.
Well, like, this is the thing, though. You're not wrong. He's really good in the clinch. But if you ain't happy about the way that he's clinching, fuck yourself. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he's out here, like, clinch spamming a guy.
Oh, God.
Imanari roll for the win.
Hey,
Can he get
denies
something?
that. Now, let's not pull a logo misery, and let's not have to DQ someone because of that. But nonetheless, goes for that, races, gets it. Lovely job there by RDA, running the read. Now he ends up on top, arguably a position he wanted to be in. He wanted to be in during round one. So, I mean, if you're RDA right now.
Nice denial, bro. Nice denial. That fucking hell. That was beautiful.
Counter sub on.
Well, he's going to get it, but yeah, Neon Belly, good move. Cerberus is impressing me. Cerberus is seriously impressing me. Both guys are fighting incredibly well, but Cerberus is showing me ripples to his game that I did not know that he had. I knew how good Carter was. I knew that Cerberus was a threat, but he is surprising me that his levels are above where I had anticipated them to be.
Yeah, I mean, Cerberus is looking quite good. I mean, this is kind of more of the... It's a pitter-patter shots, just getting the damage, resetting the clock each and every time. It's maybe slightly cheesy, but it does the job, works. Something I would do, to be fair. So I can't really complain that much. But again, if you're RDA, you're looking for top mount, side controls the second best thing. Crucifix is even better from here. From this position, you've got the arm triangle sub, and it looks like RDA wants to get the subs in, and so I think that's going to be one of the big ones if he can. But so far, as long as he just holds these positions, keeps busy on top for another 2 minutes, he secured this round very easily without taking nearly any damage as well.
Okay, rubber guard again, see if he gets stacked or no. He goes for the full guard transition and gets it. Not wasting any time in a very dangerous rubber guard from Tony Ferguson, T-Ferg himself. Gets the postured up. Will he go stacked? And he does. And just so smart there, man. So smart using that to go to side control. He knows there's a minute left. Doesn't want to get stalled out in full guard. Gets a lot of opportunities to cause damage here or potentially sync up a late submission. But both guys staying active as well, Doc. I mean, there's a lot of scrambles from these dudes right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, so the big part here is it's just about, you've got 40 seconds left. Okay, Ferguson's got top position, but he needs to do something big, so he gets up. Now he's probably going to be trying to lead the fight or just play it a bit safe. One or the other. If he can score a stun, he's maybe won the round, but if you're IDA, you're playing on that back foot, you're looking for a big counter here instead of really doing anything, as you can see with the head movement off the flying knee. 5 seconds left, and it looks like this is RDA's round.
Yeah, hell yeah it is.
Yeah.
It's good stuff, man. I said Cerberus thoroughly impressing me so far here this evening. There is still a third round to go. Anything can happen. Both guys have shown to be incredibly capable finishers in the past, and these guys are really meeting in the center of the cage now and just kind of duking it out in terms of overall capabilities. They may not just be fighting rock'em sock'em, but they are having a highly intelligent approach to the game, really showing game sense as they have approached over the last 10 minutes and go into the last 5. Oh, nice!
Oh.
The side steps, bro. The side steps.
Elbow over the top, nice little, did a decent chunk of damage. Double leg bow, gets back down, decides to disengage this time, doesn't want to be on bottom and have to work his way up. Another trip there, looking like Carter's just wanting to taunt. Fair enough, it feels like those clinches may have got to him, it seems.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Oh, this is a game of inches when both of their head helps can take about 7 punches, which is a really strange statement to say, but that's kind of what we're seeing here so far. Neither one really able to get us done quickly and easily, but if they just decide to bite on their mouthpiece a few times, one of them is going to go, and it's looking like it may be RDA sooner rather than later if he's not careful.
Man, both the grappling and anti-grappling in this fight has been truly sensational.
Top mount, lovely. Top mount's massive. Got to hold this position. Both of their stam is low. Arm triangle, top mount, ground and pound, both are effective here. Armbar, if you get really bored, goes to the mount position now, raining down the shots. Does get out of it.
Nice denial. See if he can get a crucifix or top mount position. Nice, he goes top mount. Once again, has to hold it and has to make it work for him now.
Minute left on the clock, getting him off his back. Cerberus is playing the decision game. He's playing the game of inches. He knows he's point scoring. Right, okay. Just making eye contact, staring at each other for a second. We love to see that in some regards. Oh, shit. That is massive. Oh, that is massive.
That was very good,
man.
man.
That does nothing, though.
Yeah, he could have probably got a finish if he went ground and pound, but securing that likely secures him the round. Excellent fight, man. RDA likely winning it. We would have seen stranger things, but likely winning that. Highly competitive fight, though. Both guys were 1-0 coming into this, like I said. You could see that Carter was more of a finish orientated fighter, which is why he was more highly ranked to start with coming into this one. So I believe he got an earlier finish.
I mean, for the way Carter was playing, Ferguson was an interesting pick. I think it was probably due to the fact he knew he was fighting a grappler, but nonetheless, it was an interesting pick considering he was being so aggressive on the feet. If he had maybe a fight with a bit more power and a bit more aggression, that might have actually done him more favours there.
Yeah. Look, ultimately, I think that the pick wasn't a bad one because, like I said, Cerberus is a great. Cerberus is a great all-round fighter, and he's definitely a threat on the ground. We saw some really good moves from him, in terms of like counter transitions and denial kind of windows that he was able to get submissions from and the like. Really impressed by him. Cerberus is, like I said, showed a level to his game that I was not familiar with, and I will be keeping a bit of an eagle eye on his ascent through the division now. If he's able to continue to perform like that, he's going to have some real success here at the promotion. And yeah, obviously sky's the limit when you're able to put together wins like that. 2 in a row now, undefeated still. Next fight's going to be a very big one for him, I would imagine. And then obviously, if he's able to keep winning, he's able to put together another 2 wins, maybe 3 at a push, he's probably in the talks, or he will be in the talks for title contention. And that's obviously ultimately what he wants to be. But yeah, hell yeah, bro. Okay, let's get this going. The next fight is scheduled to be between Wooly Genius and Counter Kurt. But I don't have a fucking stream link. So,
yeah, we do. We got a YouTube one.
Okay.
And he is live, so we're all good.
Okay, well, say it wasn't posted. Okay, I found it.
No, it wasn't.
I found it, but it wasn't posted. There you go. Let's not break the fourth wall anymore. We will get into this one. Wooly Genius stepping into the cage. The man that has developed his hands to no short order. He's become much better on the feet. Always been a very, very incredibly difficult fighter to deal with because of his grappling threat. Now he has a little bit of hands to go with that. It makes him a really, really well-rounded kind of opponent to go up against. You can't just be holding RTLT the entire fight anymore and expecting that to be the only thing that's going to get you through it. But with that being said, Counter Kurt is one of the more technical and proficient strikers that are on the roster. I really, really like this kid. I like what he brings to the octagon. The NAE boys as a whole are phenomenal talents. They've been an excellent selection of fighters. I'm very, very interested to see how this one goes. And the good thing is, Doc, I don't have to wait. They are ready, and hopefully they're ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, currently the NAE do have the champion of Corson holding the PS belt as well. So they've been around, they've done the duty. He's 2 wins over GOAT as well, so you know that guy is solid as all hell. But here we are. We saw a piece against Style earlier. Now we're on to Counter Kurt this time against a man who originally started out as a grappler, but for some strange reason may have took a bit too much CTE somehow and has become a striker. I'm confused, but let's see how it goes.
No, Doc, no, I can't have that. He hasn't become a striker. He's just worked on his hands. He's still a grappler, bro. That's just some wildness. That's some
to be
hate.
fair, I thought he was Alex Pereira for a second, so
that would have been fucking wild. Okay, and I'll just take this opportunity as we start this fight out to point out what Cerberus said in the chat. Somebody was asking him why he didn't finish the fight, and he said, because I can't stand him. The longer the fight goes, the more he had to cope with the loss. And Cerberus, I like the attitude, my friend.
That is the type of hate Carter does seem to produce, to be fair. He's one of those villains of the community.
I don't know why. Carter seems like a good dude, man. He seems like a good dude. But yeah.
On occasion. He does seem to be slightly strange, but nonetheless. No takedown succeeded as of yet. A lot of kicks, leg kicks as well. I mean, the leg kicks are a nice idea. The body kicks are helpful for when it hits down on the mat. But so far, it looks like Woody Genius is playing more of an in-and-out game, just trying to pepper Counter Kurt without trying to get any of the damage taken here.
Yeah, he's trying to play like green, red, green, all the way out or all the way in. He either wants to be in on a double leg or a single leg, or he wants to be so far out that he can cover the distance with the Superman punches, leg kicks, and the like. Wooly Genius definitely showing massive improvements in his fight IQ and especially in the striking acumen of the game. Previously, Wooly would have just been pressed up against him right now, trying to hug him to the ground. I feel like this approach is much more tactical, not getting the success that he wants to so far, but it sets him up for better success due to the fact that he's not taking so much damage. I say that, and he eats an uppercut. Counter Kurt turning it up on a moment's notice.
With a nice word. I was going to say, I mean, the fight IQ has improved, but it doesn't. But I mean, that's quite easy when the fight IQ was that of a single digits. So, it is quite impressive.
Once again, right? People say that I hate on Bully. This is wild, right? Can you? This is fucking wild. It's just not true, dog. Like, he didn't have striking. I stand by that.
Did you not forget his 5-loss losing streak from Title 2?
I do. But this is what I'm saying to you. He didn't have striking once upon a time, and I feel like that is the element of his game he's most rounded out. And now I think that he's genuinely an all-round threat. And his striking might not be on par with the upper end of the strikers, but it's not where he needs to be. He doesn't need to be fucking literally a top-end Muay Thai fighter or something. Like, that's not where he needs to be. He needs to be a proficient and able to just be aware of where he is and where the danger is coming from. And that's the advancements that Wooly has made at a bare minimum. And as a result, it sets up everything else. Now, he didn't get the takedown where he needed it to be time-wise in this one, and of course he ate a rock. But the fact that he got a takedown is going to give him a lot of confidence going into the second round. He knows that he has 2 more rounds to get this done. He's going to either have to win both of them, or he's going to have to get a finish. Look, Wooly's not a dull guy, man. He knows what this is about. I imagine that he's going to try and turn up the tempo of this grappling onslaught. Either that, or he's going to try to get those hands going a little bit more. He has no choice. Nice little trip. Excellent defense from Counter Kurt.
Yeah, I mean, so far, Counter Kurt looks like he's going to play the game of win it on the feet big time, and then if he gets to the ground, he gets to the ground. He ain't going to rush. The big knockdown kind of happened, and then after that, he went, yeah, okay, we can deal on the ground for a bit longer, and that's that. Woody Genius needs to keep going to these legs because the power of Alex Pereira is going to get worse and worse as time goes on. Lovely defense there on the hip tosses again. Those leg kicks, they're all staying tight, and that's what you want. I mean, again, it's the case of Woody Genius. The quicker this gets down on the ground for him, his denies were tight and they were working in side control. So a longer time spent on the ground only benefits him as time goes on here.
Look, there is a clear advantage on the feet for Counter Kurt, and there is a clear advantage on the mat for Woolly Genius. And that's going to be the case 90% of the fights that Woolly is in. He knows what's up. The sooner he can get him down, just the better, because he has more time to work with. But the fact is that Counter Kurt, I wish that, I might add it to our rankings. It's going to be too difficult. I'd like to have the statistics about like somebody's takedown defense, because Counter Kurt's has got to be up there. His takedown defense has been lights out almost through his entire run here, his entire career.
That would be a nightmare. I would have to go to every fight and watch their takedowns.
Yeah, I know. It's why I stopped myself, Doc, but I would like to do it, okay?
Oh, I agree.
I'd like to do it.
Yeah. Would be nice. At that point, you just use the subs going, can you stop a takedown or not?
Thing is, it's not even like he got taken down here. He's ended up in bottom control, and that was because he followed it down to the mat. Counter Kurt now find himself in a very poor position, and this is where Woolly Genius has the biggest advantages. We'll see if he's able to get too much going with it. There is a minute 25, which may seem like a very short time, but it can also seem like an eternity when you've got the level of grappler of Woolly in top position.
Yeah, Pereira's got to be careful here, not get too over-aggressive, not too overzealous. Does manage to get back up to the feet, which is massive. Digs down to that body as well with 2 big shots in the clinch. 50 seconds left on the clock. Straight power takedown, getting a slam. All that work to get back up. Voided instantly. Again, 40 seconds left, but a decent chunk of time to work. Not really for a sub, but for damage. Does go to the crucifix, gets denied there. Forcing the stam, forcing the damage there. And in the same way we did in the first, no real clear deciding factor for this round in comparison. Alex Pereira, though, ended up on top instead as we enter into round 3.
Yeah, the thing
Alex's round again.
No, it could be. Well, I can't say it is. Because there was a minute
15
55
significance to 4?
Yeah,
15 significant strikes to 4.
I swear round 2 is the grappling.
Judge 2. Judge 2 is the grappling judge.
What I'm saying to you is that he had a minute 55 of top control. I will never say 100% certainty that somebody's won because of more SIGs in that case when there's a big divide in terms of ground control. You could very well be right. If I was in the corner of Wooly right now, I would be telling him that you likely need a finish. I am surprised that Counter Kurt is going to the round thing. I honestly thought he was getting reversed.
I slightly was concerned there. Top mount, though, of Woolly Genius is currently now being held in top mount by Alex Pereira, which is... He's being arm triangle by Alex Pereira. I wasn't aware Alex Pereira had an arm triangle.
Like he trains with Glover, bro. Of course he's got those grappling. He's got that jiu-jitsu.
Does get reversed. I mean, I think that's a good thing for Woolly Genius's whole appreciation of his grappling. It'll be certainly a sight to see him get submitted by Alex Pereira. But nonetheless, denied there on the back mount take. Could go for the back mount reversal. Instead, goes up. Oliveira? GSP now having to make a claim of why he wants to go. Goes for the RNC. Doesn't quite manage it. And we're back down. Lovely takedown, to be fair. Quick, simple, easy.
Okay, this is obviously so much more time to work now. So much more time to work. Could have been a fatal mistake for Counter Kurt to go down here, but with that being said, I don't know. Counter Kurt has got really good defense on the mat as well.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like it's going to head towards a decision. I've been unable to really do much of anything here. A sub would be massive for Woody Genius, but he's got to first get it sunk in, and that seems like it's a whole different story to begin with, as he gets denied twice there, and a minute 40 left on the clock, holding on to the back of Alex Pereira, kind of just unable to get anywhere right now. And again, does fake that, gets denied again. Gets the armbar. That's good. Nice transition there. A minute 57 on the clock. They're both gassed out. And we're back in the full guard. Triangle choke attempted. Alex Pereira looking like he's happy to sit here. He doesn't care. I think he's probably confident in round one and round two, round one especially here.
I swear he's the one that took him down. Like the fact that all of the grappling in this third round has been on Counter Kurt's terms, and I almost feel like he's kind of just
Jesus.
He did it just to ego him. Like I honestly feel like he grappled him just to ego him. Yeah, Counter Kurt. Beautiful work, man. Beautiful work. Fuck. Kurt All Day says, shoot, and you were right, my friend. Absolutely incredible performance by him. Unlucky for Wooly Genius, like I said, big advancement in his game, but just still he needs a little bit more to beat somebody on the feet like that, and ultimately was not able to get enough of his grappling going, at least early enough. Like I feel like if you're Wooly with these advancements in your game, you still need those takedowns early in order to make it work out for you. If you don't get the takedowns early, then you're allowing the superior striker to just really kind of start to set that path in front of you of slowly working you towards a kind of a loss. And Counter Kurt does that better than most. He doesn't take ridiculous risks. Everything with Counter Kurt is so calculated. In fact, I'll go further. I'll say all of the NAE guys, all of that camp. The reason I like that camp so much is because they're just incredibly calculated in the way that they fight this game. Fight on this game. They don't fight cheesy. They don't fight fucking stupid or kind of kind of arcadey. They fight properly, and they use real fight IQ to win their fights. Excellent work by Counter Kurt. I look forward to seeing what he's able to do. Always a fun one. Always a fun one when he's stepping in the cage. Obviously, Wally will bounce back, continuing to advance on his skill sets like he has, and he will become a much more credible threat than he ever has been in the past. And the guy's already won a belt in times past, so sky is the limit. Sky is the limit. But with that, we now move on to our final fight before we move into our co-main and main event positions of Primetime 193. We're going to be having Mr. No Hessy. Hopefully does not get any sort of, not DQ, but no contests this time round. He's going up against Sacred. Now, Mr. No Hessy, do not exploit, my friend. Okay? I said this last time, I'll say it again. Do not exploit. So it's the last of the warnings for you, my friend. Last of the warnings. Mr. No Hessy, he's going up against Sacred. Without further ado, let's get it going.
From one grappler to another. Here we go. We got Zabit. Okay.
Like
unexpected, but fair.
I like it.
Many a pick in featherweight. Zabit the Doctor is a choice, but a choice I can respect nonetheless. Versus Diego Lopez. I'm pretty sure I saw Aljamain Sterling get banned in this fight, which makes sense. Lovely start off, just a body kick already. There, that's the idea. I mean, oh, good lord.
Nice. Sacred not wasting any time. Zero fucks given. But down.
Fair enough. That's what you want. You want to keep him away from you as much as you can. Do the body damage. Get the body work there. Oh, that's not great now. But, I mean, stuns are... Oh, this is the issue. He's got to be careful with his body. Got to be so careful with that body when you get into the clinch. Has he a man who knows to score when it comes to clinching? If you want to see a man who knows how to clinch, Hezi is one of them, and that's what he can do. You can do some serious damage, as you've just shown there, and you've got to be so careful. Stun, though, going into the favour of Zabit early on. He's got to just keep himself calm, keep himself confident, work the body, get the shots where they can, and make sure he can try to disengage from these clinches as best he can. He does so there.
Moments ago, Lopez leaned off to his left leg and ate a hook and just hands down ate it to the face, bro. His head health was blinking. These guys are leaving some massive openings for some counters right now. And I will say Sacred has capitalized on every single one of them. Got a stun out the first one, second one. Lopez just got the chin. I mean, got granite chin, bro. I don't know what to tell you. He's got a granite chin. It's crazy.
I mean, it definitely seems like the Sacred here is just kind of playing fast and loose. Just, he knows, oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. This is why I don't like Hezi these days.
Head kick into a double leg, bro. That was fucking, getting that rock and getting that double leg. Reminds me of
working
Dirty
that
Days.
Body again. Yeah, working the body again. Getting the stam low. Going to go for the sub sooner rather than later here. Gets denied again. Stamina just getting absolutely shut. That body's getting murdered through and through. Another denial. Surprised he hasn't gone for a dust, to be honest.
It's because he was on lower stamina. No,
I mean, any point.
And they're back on the feet. A minute left to go. Potentially an all-even fight right now. One stun apiece. I don't know where this. Oh, never fucking mind.
Ducked into a front kick, does the beat as he gets put against the cage again. His body getting absolutely fucking destroyed. Head kick to follow suit. Fantastic opening by Zazit, but literally just now getting slip hook to Kingdom come back again. Oh.
Oh, that's it. That's it. He's done it.
Shit.
Oh no, gets pulled in. Can he survive the round?
That is murder, she wrote. 1 second left of the rounds a beat. Just about having a fantastic performance to begin with, but as time went on, Lopez there just took over more and more control.
Pickle Jerry, are you sacred?
Yes, he is.
He is sacred. Don't do it, Pickle. Don't do it, okay? That was a good performance from Hezi. It was an excellent start by Sacred. Hezi's such a difficult customer, man. Like, X points or no X points, the guy's like a fucking nightmare. So, credit for taking the fight, credit for turning the fuck up and starting out with, kind of just almost reckless abandon. Like, I honestly thought that you were about to get like a fucking 1.5 minute knockout, to be quite honest with you. It almost looked like Hezi had no business in there with you for a couple of seconds until he was able to turn the tides, start getting that clinch going, and obviously disrupt the forward pressure that you were bringing to the octagon. But with that, bro, fucking people hate Hezi, bro. From us, do it. He's still shit without the exploits. I mean, he looked pretty good right there, bro. He looked pretty good right there. I'll give it that. Damn, bro. Damn. Okay, with that one in the books, we now have our co-main event and the main event of this evening left to go. The co-main event is going to be between Oat Head Kicks up against Timothy. Now, Timothy has been talking a bunch of shit about me today in the chat. I've seen you, bro. I've just decided not to address it. But I will call the fight impartially, okay? I will call you Timothy, and I know that you don't like that, and I apologize, but it is your name, okay? It is your name. So we have Timmy No Breaks up against Oat Head Kicks. Without further ado, let's get it going. That is what I'm calling you from now on, by the way. I was going to... In fact, I'm going to stop calling you.
Slander him. Slander him.
No. I'm trying. I will if he wants to. If he wants to go there, we'll go there. But I'm going to stop calling him Timothy. He's now Timmy No Breaks. His fighter name is Timmy No Breaks. Okay, because this guy has no breaks. Both in the Discord, he doesn't shut the fuck up, and also in the cage, the guy is all gas, no breaks. With that being said, Head Kick's one of the most gnarly veterans that there is. He's going to be a very difficult customer for anybody. Tim obviously having his best run so far, 2-0, after a very difficult number of attempts at making it into the pro circuit and destroying the amateur circuit on rinse and repeat. He finally seems to have got some wind under his wings. Has got over the initial nerves of fighting in the pro side. We'll now see where that falls into the game because, like I said, this is going to be a tough one. Head Kicks. You can't... It's not an easy win, man. You win over Head Kicks, then you're really showing who you are and where you are in your game. Tim using Corey Sandhagen, Head Kicks, of course, being used.
Has Tim been taking tips off of Goat in 5th round against Smudger or Woolly Genius right now? I'm a bit confused.
I'm pretty sure Woolly Genius is in his camp.
Oh, okay. Suddenly that makes somewhat more sense why we've just seen about 3 double legs and not much striking. Like, I'm a bit confused. I mean, I know you're literally playing Corey and getting pressure to Kingdom Come by Yan, but sometimes the best offense is the defense and not shooting for the hills.
I'm not massively against it. Like, because I will say, and this is what you got to keep in mind, Doc, that his 2 wins came via grappling. He was a striker and he was always losing on the feet. It's not because he's a bad striker. I just think that he was kind of just letting the lights get to him a little bit. Ultimately, mixing in the grappling is what got him the wins. And with him getting pressured so early, he's just trying to mitigate some of that with these takedowns. Now, they're not going his way. He definitely needs something else. He needs to gain a little bit of respect on the feet. Can't continue to be pressed the way that he is. But Head Kicks is not paying him that respect so far, dog. And has absolutely just been walking him down for the opening 3 minutes of round 1.
Just continuing the pace on. I mean, this is arguably maybe for the title, depending on how the pictures look. Not exactly certain off the top of my head, but here we go. Tim 2-0. He's trying. He's definitely trying. I do not think Sandhagen's the greatest pit in the universe of bantamweight. There's so many others to deal with. Someone like Yan. I think the length and the rest of it is a bit of an issue. If you can get it down on the mat sooner rather than later, that's the idea. Lovely little body shot there, though. He's get 2 knees to the body.
I don't mind the Corey pick, in all honesty. I just feel like you've got to fight a certain type of way. Going the Corey pick allows you to grapple a little bit as well as having some really rangy strikes. He does get it to the ground right now, 40 seconds left. Not a lot of time to work, but he may be able to get some ground and pound off or potentially a submission if he's lucky. The problem is that Head Kicks, very, very intelligent in terms of his counter grappling and his defensive kind of skill set on the ground. But I don't think he's going to be too easy to submit. Looks like we're going to round 2 quite clearly. And I think a strong round for Head Kicks right there.
Yeah, a lot of time wasting.
No. What the fuck was that?
What the fuck?
Stats?
Yeah, I did.
Am I fucking blind?
Apparently. I don't know what. Okay. Right. Okay, game.
People, tell me, am I wrong? Let me know, right? Because like, I feel like Tim was doing some good shit. Don't get me wrong, he was able to, but that looked like an onslaught for the majority of that round. Like he was just trying to get him off him. He wasn't getting the respect. Maybe I'm fucking wrong.
I feel like Tim may have just scored that round by throwing everything in the kitchen sink with just hitting him randomly in between.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The volume didn't seem like it was there. The fact that he landed more totals, significance, all of that, that seems a bit wild. I'm not against it. Timmy No Breaks, living up to the name right now.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is right now is he gets spun around like a bloody disc spinner in the middle of the octagon here. Does seem to be the fact that every time they have engaged in the grappling, Head Kicks has essentially shut it down every single time. So, I mean, if worse comes to worse here, Head Kicks just needs to get on top and do some damage. I say that, and Timmy gets on top instead. Now in back mount, different position entirely. Fakes the back flat, goes for it again, does get denied that time. It's got to be so careful here, does Yan, as Tim's kind of got a way to do anything right now if he's not careful. Nice. This is kind of looking like it's going to stall out. I don't know if the ref breaks it up. I feel like it should at some point soon, because literally it's just a bunch of denies as we enter into the 2.5 way mark of the second round. Right. Ref, please.
This is
no. This is.
Oh fuck! There it is.
Right, thank you. Thank you.
Like, to be fair to him, though, man, he was trying to advance position.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was valid. I mean, it was entirely a valid. The game was allowing him to do it. It wasn't necessarily even stalling or anything, holding full guard. He was in back mount. It was a good position to be having. It's just the fact that Oath was denying literally everything.
But I will say that Oath head kicks, bro, like, he's struggling with his takedown defense right now. Like, Tim is... He started off really good, but Tim has just found, like, well, I don't know what he's seeing, but he's seeing an opening for that takedown. But with that being said, nice reversal from Oath head kicks in the final 40 seconds of the second round. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of offensive grappling from Oath coming into this next one, but based on how the scores were looking in terms of the results of the first round, he might even need a finish.
Yeah, look. I don't understand how this fight's happened, because quite frankly, in my wholeheartedly belief, as much as Tim has gone 2-0, he should be getting battered pillar to post right now. Like, quite frankly, he should just be getting battered pillar to post. Somehow, though, round one, even when it looked like he was getting slightly battered pillar to post, he won the round. And this round he's come out and held top position for the majority of the round because the ref didn't want to stand him up, which is completely valid, but questionable behaviour by the ref, but again, valid. And now we're here in the third round where arguably Oath head kicks needs a finish and he's nearly got knocked down within the first 30 seconds. Right. What is going on?
Put on his back. We'll see what Oath is able to do going into the third and final round of this bout. Potentially all to play for.
I love the quote from Jody in chat. Tim playing like his family's got kidnapped and everything depends on him winning this match. I'm not going to say I completely disagree with that sentiment. He is literally throwing everything and the kitchen sink at it.
Bro, he doesn't want to lose. I don't blame him. He lost his first 6 fucking ed fights. He went back to uned 6 times, bro. Like undefeated on that shit. Like, I don't blame the guy. Do what you gotta do to get a win. Shoot, like, this guy was 8-0 on the amateur side, fighting some decent names, and then was fucking 0-6 on the pro circuit. And he's got obviously on this current rule set. Your record resets if you go to amateur and come back to pro. The pro record resets at least. And he's currently 2-0. After going 0-6, he's currently 2-0 on the pro side. Is he now fighting with the most aesthetically pleasing style? No. But you know what? Is it fucking effective? Clearly it is, Doc. Clearly it is, because this man couldn't fucking buy a win before this, and now he's about to potentially. He's potentially about 2 minutes away from getting a victory over Oath head kicks. A guy that's been vastly above him and has been in the pro circuit since day dot.
Yeah, man is taken. I mean, you can really tell Woody Genius is in his camp. The way he's fighting is pure Woody Genius from Prime. Jesus Christ. That is round 3, definitely in the bag. Round 2 are definitely in the bag. So all comes down to the fact of, will it be a 29-28 or will it be a 30-27 into the favour of Tim? It feels like, as we have a minute left with Tim still on top. Oh, good Lord.
I'm going to put this out there. Oath head kicks has more total fights on the pro circuit alone than Tim has in both the amateur and the pro. Well, there or thereabouts, about equal, but. Jody is offering himself to end the reign of Timothy, apparently. Timmy No Breaks waits for no man, Jody. I'm sorry to tell you. He is currently trying to ascend himself up the rankings. 8 seconds away from potentially his biggest win of his career.
And with that is the end of the fight.
Yep. Timmy No Breaks, get your little bitch ass in this chat. What, bro? Like, that was incredible. That was incredible. Look, people may not be happy. People may not. Oh, damn it, man. Tim says, "Who the fuck is Tim?" You. Literally.
That's
but
look, special.
Look, ultimately, Tim has now put himself in a position where he is 3-0. Little man Timmy No Breaks has gone out there. He breached the top 10. He might be around the 6th spot after that win. He might be about 6th because maybe even a little bit higher actually. Because Old Head Kicks was ranked number 4. He just beat rank number 4, bro. He just beat rank number 4. Yeah, he beat
rank number fucking 4.
Timothy, incredible work. Major adjustments in your game. You're definitely a lot more grapple heavy. People are gonna hate you for it. But what you've got to remember is that you are now Timmy No Breaks, okay? That's who you are, and you live that life. You ain't got any breaks for anybody. You fight the way that you need to fight to get the victory, okay? Damn, bro. Damn. Okay. Bone in next live PT. Potentially, Bone. Potentially. I don't know where you are. I don't know if you've been fighting or not. I'd like to see you fight, though.
If he can win on the unaired.
Damn, Doc. Doc is just, he wants all the smoke tonight. Any complaints, please file them to Doctor's inbox, not mine. Okay? Not mine. I've actually, for all things considered, because I do like to talk a little bit of shit, I've tried to be quite nice tonight. I've tried to bury some hatches for people. I've tried to, like, you know, say some good stuff about people that I normally wouldn't say good stuff about. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've come out swinging tonight. Absolutely swinging.
Yeah, and he's not even drinking. This is one of the very few times that he isn't having a little drink on the side. He's actually on water. Doctor on water is a different beast. Fuck. Okay, so look, with that in the bag, we now have our main event of Primetime 193. We're going to be having the Xbox champion JayUFC stepping into the cage, trying to put together another defense here this evening. This time going up against rank number 3 EK Warrior, a multiple-time champion over the course of UFC 5, an absolute fucking phenom in the way that he approaches his game. And I will just point this out before we go into this one as well, Doc, right? EK Warrior was fighting the way that JayUFC fought or fights before JayUFC was even unbanned in the league. Okay, before he was.
I feel like it was even before JayUFC existed in the community.
Probably, but maybe not.
Like, Warrior's been around for donkeys compared to most guys here.
He is one of the like originals of the kind of forward pressure style. He
predates me.
But the one thing about EK Warrior that people may be sleeping on is the adjustments to his game in recent events has been fucking monumental. Does he have the ability to walk you down still? Absolutely. Does he still have all of the block breaking and forward pressure style that he has been, you know, so infamous for over his time here in the UFC community? Absolutely he does. But now he's shown a different side to that, and that's a cold, calculated approach to the game, a lot more sim orientated. I look forward to seeing how this matches up and which way, frankly, which way EK Warrior decides to approach this one. Does he decide to meet fire with fire, or does he try to disarm that and, you know, find a different route to victory?
Will be interesting to see. Islam Makhachev is a pick in a weight that is filled with so many other big strikers. You got Ian Gary, you got Leon Edwards, Priates. If you get really bored, you want to have a bit of a longer pick. Michael Morales. I know he's a bit of an odd one, but nonetheless, there's a lot of those fighters. Instead, though, Warrior's gone for a really mixed, well-rounded, very mixed style in Islam Makhachev, but arguably a style that I haven't really seen Warrior pick, so I feel like he's picked him for a lot of the factor for the bare bones of he's an effective fighter and also has got some pretty good health stats to compete against someone who is essentially a 1-2 king mixed with some grappling here tonight.
The thing is, like, Warrior's going to need all of these advancements to beat somebody like JayUFC on his current form. JayUFC currently is 12-2 in the promotion. He's only on a 2 defense streak, but I don't think he lost the belt when I think he he was stripped and came back, right? So like that.
Yeah, he's on a 6-fight win streak.
Yeah, and if we counted all of those as defenses, which we don't because he was stripped at one point, then he would probably be on a five-fight defense streak right now. Like this is one of those rare forms that we've seen from a fighter putting together one of the best seasons that you'll see of any fighter.
I think this was the original fight we saw in the GP.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think we had these two originally at the very start of the season. These two ended up competing each other. Warrior nearly disappeared. That was a whole shebang, but he came back, he fought. He sadly lost, but here's again, he's on his revenge tour, looking to go 5 rounds, arguably, hopefully a bit less, just to really rub salt in the wound with a win here tonight.
Opening 3 minutes have gone. Pretty closely contested bout so far. Both guys finding openings for their damage. Both on the block. And on the head. Not a lot of body work. But that is something that you could have probably put a bet on before this fight. Over or under 20 punches to the body. I'm betting under.
Yeah, I mean, jabs to the block, over 100. Body shots, yeah, under 20 is definitely a good bet here. I mean, both of these have just been looking. That was lovely from both guys there. Slick little sequence, pulling and pulling just to narrowly avoid each other's shots. There's a clinch attempt here in the last minute of Jay, just trying to mix it up, do some small bits of damage as time goes on, as Warrior manages to knee to the body, defends the takedown, and the stamina is going massively into the favor of Warrior right now.
Oh. Interesting first round. The champion seems to have got it. He threw a little bit more, he landed a little bit more, in terms of significant strikes anyway. The more accurate fighter being EK Warrior in terms of overall accuracy, but like I said, the significant strikes come in the way of the champion. Bone Doing Work saying J run round 1, but his stamina is already worrying. You are not wrong. Bone Doing God's Work in the chat, making excellent calls as to be expected. See, that's where it frustrates me, Doc. Go to the body. For the love of God,
I mean, it's also a fact that Warrior ducks a lot, and I feel like Jay's getting very close to reading those ducks quite well. We've seen catch him a few times, the uppercuts. Overhand's a bit wild there, but nonetheless, uppercuts there, trying in the clinch, trying to mix it up a bit as they continue the pace on. Jay's the one putting on the pressure as time goes on, a minute in, and Warrior's already feeling like he's probably kind of claustrophobic right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, oh, damn, lovely work. Big. Really bleeding through. This might be the beginning of the end.
Not it fully, but yeah, this is where the stamina starts getting less worrying and more like, oh, it's just going to be part of the course. Jay needed to get that stamina down just because he needed to put so much damage. That block is low. The power of Usman is an unrelenting force, and he gets a lovely KO. Dancing on him there.
Hitting him with a little alley shuffle in the background. Beautiful work, and still your Xbox champion now 13-2 over the stretch of this season. The one and only JayUFC. The one and fucking only. Damn, bro. Look, I'll put this out there just again. I reckon if EK Warrior, instead of pulling the pulls and then trying to throw a headshot again, if he had just gone to the body once or twice, this fight could have looked so much different. So he'd already had the stamina advantage, but both guys just so fucking head hunting that that was never an option. They threw 3 body strikes over the course of that fight, and all 3 strikes from both guys combined were in the clinch.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the only time they threw a body strike was a body knee from the clinch. Yeah, beautiful performance. JayUFC getting the job done. Ooh, okay. With that one in the history books, lads, that does bring an end to Primetime 193. We did so in a crazy pace. Tonight's card only running, well, how long the fuck was this? An hour and 23 minutes. That's not bad, people. It's not bad, since, you know, I kept the intro going for about 5-10 minutes as well. So yeah, excellent shit, man, excellent shit. We will not be back next week. We'll be having a week off because of UFC London, which is going to be on much earlier and would be overlapping with our card. So take that time off, enjoy the fights. Instead of watching ourselves, join the fights, join us in the Discord, talk some shit, tell us who you think is going to win, all that good stuff. We will be pushing forward a raid to somebody in the community, so please join that, try and make somebody's night here this evening. Until then, stay safe, much love. We appreciate each and every one of you and all of the support, and we will see you all very fucking soon. Peace.